Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dawn and Dreams. It is your lady, Ms.Z. Thank you so much for tuning into another video. And thank you for joining me in this space. Shout out to everybody that came through for my birthday. I got to keep saying that because I'm just so amazed and shocked at all the love and everything that was received. So I really appreciate each and every one of you for wishing me a happy birthday as well. This video is not going to be a pick a number or pick a card or anything like that. I just want to get a general message for everybody from this. It could be this month. I say it lasts up to 30 days, depending on if I do something like this again. And I will be doing pick a card readings this week as well. But this is just going to be a collective message because sometimes we don't need to separate any information. It needs to all be together because it applies to everyone. All right, so I'm going to ask the ancestors that they give us any information during this time period because, again, it is October and the veil has been open already. But, you know, closer to this time, a lot of people more so acknowledge that they can feel their ancestors, that the veil is a little bit more thinner for them to access. They're dreaming more. We're going through a transition period from, you know, the summer to the fall and all the way into the winter. So this is the time that we are really most actively dreaming, just in my opinion. So if you have gotten a dream catcher from me before, you're going to probably start seeing some differences. So make sure that you sage your dream catcher down, get it ready and prepared to receive even more messages from your ancestors. Now, if you would like to book a reading, please go to donandreams.com. That link will be in the description box, as it always is. I think that's pretty much it with the announcements. I'm going to be making some stuff, but I've really just been enjoying my birthday and a little bit of time off. But now I'm going to get back into what I need to do. So, we're going to get started in just a second here. Let me channel the energy and we'll go ahead. It's going to be a short message, guys, so hang in there. The most important sense right now is going to be through smells. I feel like you may be able to smell ancestor scents, things that your ancestors used to use, such as candles, or if they cooked a certain meal. Certain things will get you to vibrate easy alert. I say easy alert. I don't know what the hell I was saying. Easier with the ancestors. So pay attention to the things that you smell, also the things that you see, because and seeing is probably going to be second, but you're going to, you know, get the energy within your smells, which also hit your taste buds. But pictures on the wall, masks, if those of you who have any type of artifacts in your house, I don't know, I just feel like you're going to be picking up on some energy surrounding any type of sacred item that you've received from an ancestor. It doesn't necessarily have to be a picture. It could be something else. It could be an object or something like that. You want to pay attention to those items because they're going to start, you know, calling to you. They may have a message. Sometimes I will have my hand over certain things and you can pick up on a message. You can pick up on the energy. You may just hold something for a long time and it could drive you to go to the store and pick up something that they want to get you for your house. It could drive you to wanting to see some type of place. It may remind you to go outside. It may remind you to cook. All of these things are in alignment with what the ancestors want you to do. So pay attention to the signs on the wall, okay? Lots of you are going to be going through a lot of mental changes, and some of you may be avoiding this, but you know, it's necessary during this time. You're going to be thinking about what needs to be sacrificed in your life, people that don't need to be there. And I know that everybody probably always says that there's always somebody that needs to go missing, but honestly it's true, because if you are actually elevating and actually growing, you are meeting new energies, and new energies are ready to meet you. So with that being said, anything that's still vibrating on a frequency that you can't rock with, it's going to be time to let it go. You are also going to be, some of you may be afraid to reveal your true emotions at this time, but if you have been kind of protecting other people with what you say, all of that is going to start being revealed. And that's probably going to be one of the hardest things that you're going to have to do during this time period. But it is accepting who you are, it is accepting your position. You may have done a lot for these people, you may have guided them, you may have took advice from them, whatever the relationship might have been. At this point in time, it is time to reveal exactly what you're feeling and what you want to say, and kind of standing your ground. Lots of knowledge and wisdom. Let me move this over a little bit over here, okay? Lots of knowledge and wisdom coming in. I don't know why I always play with this thing because it's not gonna say. Um, oh, okay. Hmm. The ancestors are pointing towards things that are going to help you grow. Some of you may have had a father figure. This could apply to the dad or the grandfather that may have passed on. They are around you. But otherly, they're pointing towards abundance and basically bringing more things into your realm. There's a lot of active energy that wants to come in, a lot of sun energy, which represents masculine, coming to completions. I'm seeing that too. Some of you are coming to completions in your life where, this is it. I finally hit where I needed to go in this. And, there's never a complete completion. But when I say completion, I mean, okay, you're either done with something, you have achieved something, something has finally come to a completion in your life where you feel more secure in the energy. It's not just up in the air, you deciding if you want to be this or that. You have finally just came to the conclusion that, hey, this is a part of me, this is a part of my realm, even with achievements, things like that. So you may have gotten into that energy as well. The shaman is pointing into individuality. So those of you who are, engaging in spiritual practices, just know that I have to remind myself this constantly because I am a mixture of things. I'm not just one, well, I can't say I'm one race, but one tribe or anything like that. We have a lot of us are mixed with many different things. So just keep that open mind because that helps you access more knowledge. You have the ancestor of magic that wants to come in, get even closer to you. It's like you guys are, head neck and neck right now. But in order to really get this ancestor to reveal these things, you have to open up to that individuality. Remember what I always say, and I always say this to my man, that we are part of the tribe. We are the zebras. Even though you may be a fish out of water and you may be across the ocean, across the land, and you may not be with the tribe, you still are a part of that tribe. That tribe still runs through your bloodline. So make sure that you acknowledge all of your ancestors. And I promise you, there's always some shaman, there's always some medicine woman, some witch doctor. There's always somebody in that lineage that practiced magic or that practiced something sacred, even if it wasn't magic, and they can teach you that energy. So keep an open mind. And this also points to being in an individual practice as well, meaning creating your own practice. That doesn't mean, now some people will go on the path of traditions. And I'm going to make more videos about spirituality to really get into that because I want to explain to everybody that everybody has a place. There are going to be people that actually get initiated into certain tribes, into certain cultures, traditions. I don't really want to say a religion, but you can say a religion too, same thing. Secret societies, whatever it may be. They may get initiated into that, and that may just be their path, okay? And the reason why that makes sense is because if they were born to do that, they may have had a path to where, hey, the ancestor said, hey, people are forgetting about where we used to come from. People are forgetting about our traditions, the original traditions before it was altered. So we need you to go down there and, reinitiate yourself back into this path so that way the tradition keeps going. Okay. And then you have the other person, someone similar to me or you, or the people that may, interchange spiritualities, intertwine traditions, maybe mixed with a lot of different things, so they don't just want to stick with one area. You may be that person, and that's fine too. Okay, because we also need people. The ancestors may say, hey, we need you to let people know that it is okay to have different traditions coexisting, because you can learn from everything. We may need you to recognize, all of the ancestors and their traditions, to show people that it is okay. So you never know what your purpose is unless you know it. But I'm just basically saying keep an open mind, because you are going to be forming individual practices, individual to you. It's not about everybody else. It's about really what resonates with your soul and your spirit. Okay. And your partner or whoever you're with, they just got to ride with the wave, because wherever you're going is where you need to go for your ancestors, for your background, for you. Let's see what else is going on here. Some of you are actually going to need some grounding, okay? As you are taking out things that you don't need in your life, this has to do with physical labor and work as well. So if you're dealing with a job that's overstraining you, yeah, because when you're overstrained, you have no structure. You're not following your soul mission. So there's going to be some changes within that too. Either you're going to be, shifting your energy more into your own business, or finding a different way to bring in prosperity to where you're not so drained. Also, even if you can't switch out your schedule, find time to meditate, find time to get out in nature, find time to find something to bond with that's actually natural. Even plants, if you don't have a lot of time to get out, meditate, all these things, bring some of those things into your home, surround your energy with that, because there does need to be some things. Oya's coming in here and she's like, I need to take some stuff out of your life. You're going to get some changes, and if you want that change to go by smooth, start putting those things into action. Start saying, hey, instead of allowing change to just come in and rip me apart, I'm going to take the change into my hands, and I'm going to basically maneuver life the way I want it to be. Change is going to happen one way or the other. But if you can, control the change that goes on in your life, it's not going to hit you as bad. With her coming in and telling you you're not doing anything, you're just sitting here, and you have different views and values. So it's time for you to move on, right? But you stay anyway. You say, well, I'm just going to stay. And then, a couple of weeks later, she put you out anyway. So you already had the vision that you were supposed to move. You already knew that you were supposed to make ways to move, but yet you decided to stay until she was putting you out anyway. So the universe is still going to push you towards your destiny, regardless if you're going to operate on it or if you're not. Okay. So in order to avoid those drastic changes, what I would suggest is making plans. When you get those dreams, when you get those downloads, when you get those intuitive energies that say, hey, you need to change this, go ahead and start making the change. And then once it finally comes in, it's not gonna affect you as bad. And back to that story, if that person says, okay, well, you know what, I'm gonna start looking for me a place and start getting that in motion, then your mom comes in and says, well, hey, I can't do this anymore. You got to get out. And you're like, okay, well, I'm going to be out in 2 weeks. So it's cool. And, she's sitting there looking shocked, like, wow, you've already put those plans in motion. So it's less energy. There's no tension. There's no rivalry, things like that. So just keep that in mind as you're going through different transitions, especially with jobs and things like that are really straining on your energy. Okay, let's see what else. grandmother spirit is definitely guiding you towards soul mission things. Pay attention to the stories that you hear. Stories are going to be very, very important. So if you hear an elder speaking of a story or they want to tell you a story, pay attention. This could also come in the form of books, okay? If you're feeling drawn to getting some sacred knowledge, dig into these books. That's what I've been doing lately. There's a lot of knowledge in books. Now, I know nowadays people are just making books to make, a couple dollars off of them. A lot of them don't even have a lot of information. And sometimes they have stuff that you already know. But even so, keep searching, because I'm seeing some type of elder that is a woman that wants to come in and tell you stories. And a lot of times the ancestors can communicate in different ways. So if you can't, sit there and listen to that ancestor speak to you directly, then they're going to, say, hey, let's give her a book. Let's put on a documentary that she has never watched or he has never watched, whatever it may be. That is how they're going to communicate with you, okay? They'll make a way. If you don't have that a gift or ability, don't feel like it's impossible for you to hear what they have to say. All right. So a lot of these stories will relate to what you're supposed to be doing. I don't know how that's going to resonate, but when you see these little ancient stories or something like that, it's going to relate to your soul mission and path. So pay attention to that. Look at a few more messages here. Strengthening your knowledge will bring you more abundance. The more you know, the more value you have on what you're able to contribute to the world. That means taking up a different trade. One thing I can say is if you know how to, let's see, I'm thinking of soap because I was using that good soap yesterday from Forever Transforming. But if you're able to make soap, then, you're also able to, let's see, make deodorant, natural deodorant. Find different ways to cultivate your practice and make yourself better. When you know how to do these traditional things, you become more valuable, okay? Your spirit is even more aligned with the ancestors because you know what they know. And it goes even much deeper than just making it. But even doing that, you are cultivating, what I would say a foundation for yourself. Most people don't know how to grow crops, but around where you're able to sell the goods that you are able to do. So invest in your knowledge, taking up more trades. I see some confusion still surrounding your path and dreams. Spend time figuring that out. That's all I can say. Spend time figuring it out. It's not going to happen overnight where you're just going to know exactly what it is that you want to do. But the more you invest your time and energy into it, the more things will start to make sense for you into it. The more things will start to make sense for you, because some of you are multi-talented beings. So you're not just going to be good at just one thing. And I always try to remind people of that, because some people will think, well, I'm only supposed to do this. Well, according to your ancestors, you got more than one thing that you're supposed to be doing. So, don't think that you're going to have it all figured out overnight, okay? One step at a time. I'm also seeing some blind spots, which means protection when it comes to sight. Making sure that you're paying attention to your intuition and things that you're seeing. Okay, guys, so that is it for today. That's all the messages that I'm going to pull for right now. Again, if you would like to book a bone reading, you can get that at downinDreams.com. I also offer readings with my cards. I'm not going to pull any cards today, but I do offer also tarot readings, oracle readings, all the works, okay? So go to downinDreams.com if you're interested in that. And guys, I do plan on doing more videos, like I said, this week, if I can get it in. But yeah, I'm really about to transition into more, knowledgeable, more knowledge filled videos that I want to do. just expressing how to connect and some of the basic things that, I feel like people know, but at the same time, it's always good to confirm things with people that you feel comfortable with. So a lot of people tell me about that. So even the basics, I still would like to go over, like setting up altars and things like that, what you can and can't do, or what you should and shouldn't do. Just knowing these things, because some of you already know it, but you just don't trust yourself, or you need that backup friend that says, hey, that's okay, and I'll definitely be that for you. So look forward to those videos. I'm going to try to get that going as soon as possible. But all right, guys, you guys have a great day, and peace out.